Hello students. Now next topic of chemistry is bases. Already I have told you physical properties of bases. They are bitter in taste, soapy in touch. Now it can be divided into two types, strong acid and weak acid. Depending upon the strength, bases are of two types, strong or weak. Strong means which releases more hydroxyl ion and weak means which releases less amount of hydroxyl ion. Now, what are the chemical properties of bases? See, just remember that whenever you are studying properties of acids and base, compare both. So it will be easy for you to remember, and whenever you are differentiating or question is asked how you are going to identify whether the given solution is acid or a base, it will be very easy for you. Now first is reaction with metal. See, when acids reacts with metal, it releases hydrogen gas. Same here, when bases reacts with metal, it again releases hydrogen ion gas. Okay, now here since sodium is highly reactive metal, that's why it does not get displaced completely and it forms a salt known as sodium zincate. Okay, sodium zincate. Same with the aluminium also. Aluminium does not replaces sodium from sodium hydroxide, so it forms salt known as sodium aluminate. Okay, it is known as sodium aluminate. Now next is reaction with non-metallic oxide. See, in acid what we have done? Reaction with metallic oxide. And what happened? In acid, metal oxide plus acid forms salt and water, which proves that metal oxides are basic in nature. Same here, when base reacts with non-metal oxide, it forms salt and water. It means that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. That's why base plus non-metal oxide gives salt and water. Next is reaction of acid and base. Whenever an acid reacts with base, it forms salt and water. And this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Okay. So, you can write any of the example taking acid and a base, it will form salt and water. Clear? Now, what is the effect of dilution, or we can say what will happen when water is added or acid or base is added in water to form solution? Okay, what will be the effect? See, simple thing. We say that dry gas does not show acidic property, dry HCl, dry H2S. Why? Because they get ionized in solution. Okay. So, when acid and water are mixed together, it gets ionized. Okay. And hydrogen ion is released. And hydrogen ion is released. This hydrogen ion only shows the property of acid. Okay, this is responsible for the acidic property. So, when HCl, I have taken example of HCl, you can take example of any other acids also. When HCl is added in water, HCl will get dissociate into hydrogen ion and chlorine ion, and that hydrogen ion will get dissolved in water and it will form hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. Clear? Now, more the amount of hydronium ion means more the hydrogen ions are released. More the hydrogen ions are released, it means stronger is the acid. I have told you in previous session also that strength of acid and a base can be studied on the basis of its ionization property. Clear? So, If an acid get completely ionized, it is a strong acid, and if an acid get partially ionized, it is weak acid. So same. If it is getting completely ionized, obviously all the hydrogen ions released will be getting dissolved in water and it will form hydronium ion. So what will happen now? One question will arise. What will happen if more of water is added in the solution? See, first thing, I have taken HCl, let it be 1 ml. I have taken water 10 ml and reaction has taken place, hydronium ion has formed. Now if I am in the same solution, I am adding 10 ml of water more. What will happen? Will it release more of hydronium ion? No. Why? Because already the amount of hydrogen ion to be released from HCl is already released. So there is no more hydrogen ion. So how the amount of hydronium ion will increase? So there will be no effect on hydronium ion. Clear? So if we are adding more amount of water in this solution, there will be no change in the amount of hydronium ion. Same with the bases also. When bases are dissolved in water, bases get dissociated. If I have taken sodium hydroxide in water, it will get dissociated into sodium ion and hydroxyl ion. Same here, potassium hydroxide. So it will get dissociated into potassium ion and hydroxyl ion. So these are the effects when we dilute the acid or base, or we can say when acid or a base is added in water solution. Clear? Now pH. I have told you previously also, with the help of pH we will be able to identify whether the given solution is acidic or basic in nature. Now what do you mean by pH? See, whenever you are writing pH, it should be in a proper way. P is small and H is capital. It is like in maths and in other subjects 10 to the power, like in chemistry also, some of the numericals we are going to do. Suppose I have written 10 to the power of 2, minus 2. Okay. So in the same way, it can be defined as power of hydrogen ion. Clear? Power of hydrogen ion. So how we are going to identify? If suppose I have given you 3 test tubes, A, B, C. 3 test tubes I have given. Now I have told you one is water, one is acid and one is base. Identify. No labeling is there, only A, B, C I have marked, and I have not given you any properties or something. Obviously I have told you physical property that it is bitter in taste, sour in taste, but we never check acid or base by tasting it. So how you are going to do it? I have given you pH strip. Okay, I have given you pH strip. On that pH strip, you will find the color chart, pH color chart in your textbook also. It starts from 0 to 14. Okay. 7 indicates neutral nature. Okay. It indicates neutral nature. Pure water has the pH of 7. It is neutral. If I am moving here, the acidic property will increase. If I am moving here, the basic property will increase. So between 0 to, or we can say 1 to 6.5, it is acidic, and from 7.5 to 14, it is basic. So in simple, we can say if pH value is equal to 7, the solution is neutral. If pH value is less than 7, then solution is acidic. pH value is greater than 7, then solution is basic. Clear? So, simple thing. I'm going to take pH strip. Okay. And 3 pH strip I've taken, and from there I've dipped in all these 3 test tubes. Suppose in test tube A, the color of the pH strip is green. Okay, it means it is neutral in nature. Okay, in a similar way, with that strip, we can match the color and we can identify whether the given solution is acidic, basic, or it is neutral in nature. Now, once we have identified pH, after that we can identify whether the given substance is acidic in nature, basic in nature, or neutral. Now, how it is helpful in everyday life? See, normally all living organisms are stable when the pH is between 7 to 7.8. Okay, so if like in due to acid rain and all, what happens? Due to acid rain, the pH of aquatic life, or we can say river, ponds, the pH of river will decrease. pH of pond and lake, it will decrease, it will become acidic. So it affects the life of aquatic organism in that particular area, in that particular aquatic life. Okay, so the whole aquatic life will be dependent on the pH value of water. Simple thing, if it becomes acidic, it will harm. Organism can't survive the below this range. If it is little bit, okay, then it's okay. But if it is more acidic, then it is not possible for the aquatic life to survive. Clear? Now, nature of the soil can be identified. You must have heard that farmers check the soils. Okay. Usually all the farmers doesn't do. There is certain limits also everyone can't do. But it should be done by some authorities so that the soil can be treated accordingly. Suppose if soil is checked and it shows basic nature, then that soil should be treated accordingly. And if nature of the soil is acidic, then it should be treated accordingly. Okay, like calcium carbonate and all, chalk, these are used for neutralization. These are basic in nature. So, nature, because if soil is not treated properly, what will happen? It will affect the growth of the crop. Next is digestion. In digestion, we have studied HCl is released from stomach. So, what is the function of that HCl? It helps in digestion. Fine. But you must have heard many times that many of the persons are having problem of acidity. Okay. That is due to the release of HCl only. Now, how it can be treated? It can be treated with the use of antacids. Okay. It can be treated with the use of antacid. Now, what is antacids? Antacids means these are the substances which neutralize, or we can say it is basic in nature. It neutralizes the acid. Like ENO we are using, milk of magnesia. These are the antacids which is used to neutralize acidity. Now next is tooth enamel. See, normally pH of mouth should be 5.5, 6, that's all. But sometimes it happens that the pH of mouth decreases below 5.5. What will happen? Acid will be released and that acid will decay the enamel of the tooth. That is the cause of tooth decay. Okay. See, when we are eating foods are stuck in the teeth, and if the pH value is less than 5.5, what happens? Bacteria are released and that bacteria decay the tooth enamel. Clear? So, why we are using toothpaste? The reason is that only that toothpaste neutralizes the mouth and it maintains the pH of the mouth. Clear? Acidity is acid nature of the mouth is neutralized by the toothpaste because toothpaste is basic in nature. That's why we should brush our teeth after every meal so that tooth decay will not take place. Okay. Now, next importance is self-defense by animals and plants. Okay. Self-defense by animals and plants. See, many times you have must have seen bee stings, ant stings. What we do? We rub the metal things. Why? It neutralizes. Similarly, we can use baking soda also. We can use baking soda also if bee stings. Okay? Because baking soda is basic in nature, it neutralizes the action of bee sting. It gives irritation. Clear? As soon as the bee stings or ant stings, it gives irritation. That is due to the release of acid only. Now, one nettle leaf is there. If we are going to touch this nettle leaf, it will also give irritation because it releases methanoic acid. Okay, it releases methanoic acid and it can be again neutralized. So, we have completed our acids, bases, pH and what are the importance of pH in everyday life. Thank you.